Yes, now we got Mr.R versus Komorikiri. And after this set, I've learned that Mr.R has a Komo problem. Just based on the results. Oh yeah, Komo goes Sonic. I always forget Komo's a Sonic. Because he doesn't go Sonic versus me. Although I won't be surprised if he goes Sonic versus me next time. Just because now I beat him 2 sets in a row and can beat me 2-0 when I last played him. So I gotta get back to Sonic matchup. But anyway, that is a little, like, not the point. The point is, we're gonna see a fun, long match. Now, I do think Mr.R always loses to Como Sonic, actually. I think for a while he has. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was because Mr.R presses too many buttons. Like, you see he's pressing a lot of buttons in neutral, and although he's winning in the damage war, I feel like eventually it's going to be an opening for Sonic to just get in. Like, there we go. Oh, this is a really hard reach. That was a punish. That was a punish off a read. Like, that was probably one of those punishes he planned to block the needle and go for dash in, jump in the up air as a punish. Like, before the needle came out. Yeah. Mr.R was pressing buttons right in front of Como, but Como was just punishing them. Good roll read. It was. Yep. Yeah, so far Mr.R is just pressing buttons in front of Como. And I don't think Komo's strategy is particularly great. I think it's more just he's right outside of Ramen's range. And he's just punishing Ramen for pressing all these buttons. Like, I want to see, like, Void versus Como, which actually those two played. So after this set, we get to see Void versus Como, actually. And see the difference. So just focus entirely on... Well, I guess focus on this match. So needles, you see Ramen does a lot of these needles very aggressively. They do stop Como, like, trying to space outside of attacks and punish. Okay, that's smart, yeah. Como recognizes, hey, needles are coming up a lot. But if he gets into Ramen's face so he can't space needles, Ramen's gonna attack. And there Ramen just pressing my buttons and gets punished from there. Forward throw. Up throw in there. Well, right outside the needle range. Yep, Como knew. See, Como tries challenging the fair. Normally wins that trade, doesn't win it there. Needles, yep, and Como knew the needles were coming. The grab, that's not going to do much. Nope. I mean, it could have done something, but it didn't. Yep, once again. And once Ramen starts spacing with the all-powered aerials, Komo's just punishing them. Almost hard reads and kills for bouncing fish. Okay. Yep, that is the Ramen setup. Back air into forward smash because people drop the shield because they don't realize the back air crosses up. It's a really good setup. Like, it's risky because if it's blocked, it's just dead. It's blocked. You're taking damage. But if it's not blocked, damn, it's a good setup. Okay. Yep. Spacing, spacing, spacing. Okay, right now, yep. Let's trap, go to the platform. And Ramen's smart to back off when he goes to the platform. Instead of trying to hard read it and overcommitting and potentially getting like up throw, up B, up aired, he just says, okay, I'm going to back off, move in front and below the platform, so if you run off, I can punish it in any way. No matter what direction he goes, Mr.R can like just cover that direction. And see right here. Okay, now the Komo's going to go to the platform, and the same thing is going to happen again. It whiffs an aerial in front of Como. Now Komo's pressing a lot of buttons and getting punished for it a little bit. There, I think Ramen should have overextended it a little bit and grabbed. Just because when you're right next to Komo, if Komo's trying to retreat a lot and give you space, or give himself space to whiff punish you, you're best off probably trying to like pressure him when he's in your face, and punish him for trying to get space by attacking before he can move around the space, and force him to shield or play like defensive in place, which lets you get pressure and scare him because he doesn't want to do that. So yeah. Yeah, but now Komo's using the platforms really well for movement. Forward smash. Okay, yeah. So Komo's getting a little bit antsy now that Ramen's like Coke Sense. You can see he's trying to go for spin dash back air. Yeah, and Ramen's taking advantage of that. Yeah, that was an easy kill. Needles, yeah, that was very obvious needles. I think if Komo didn't back air, he would have been able to punish like the second needles. Why does Sonic's... I swear, Sonic's air dodge is so good. Like, what? Hold up. Hold up. Oh, I'm gonna look at this for a second. This does not look right. I swear, whenever I fight Sonic, they can air dodge to the ground for free and nothing happens. Oh, he air dodged early. Okay. Oh, he air dodged while he was rising and super early. And then he A-landed it. Oh, okay. That, okay. That's just hard to see. I always forget the A-land things. I know it exists, but I always just never do it. I was gonna let go of time, actually. I just realized. Look at that timer. Oh, rip, yeah. Yeah, Ramen autopilot knew. I don't think Mr.R was playing that well. Like, I don't know. I feel like that was like a really bad needle, and he could have just done nothing there instead of attacking with the needle. And in general, I feel like Ramen could do nothing instead of attacking with stuff, or he can move around and stop instead of attacking. I think that's the biggest thing. Is he can move around instead of attacking, but instead he's choosing to attack, and he's getting bodied for it. FD makes sense for a streak. Oh, I think it's just going to give Komo too much space to whiff punish things again. Like, how is Ramen going to put pressure on him? There, that's the grab I want to see. I want to see more of those kind of grabs up close to force Komo to stay still. Yeah. And one thing you notice Komo's doing is he's trying to get out of range of Mr.R's needles, so Mr.R feels like he has to do something, because if he can't needle, and Mr.R wants to do something, he has to get close, which gives Sonic time to spin dash, and I think it's safe pressure going, or hit Mr.R directly. So yeah. Ooh, Mr.R corners, that's bad. I thought he was going to get forward smash there. Yep, that was a good bait. Moves back for a second. Ramen's like, oh, I can attack. But that's completely a bait. Back air, just catching that. Oh, trying to catch the ledge jump. There's back throw. Yeah, Ramen needs a kill now. I don't think he can just go for throws in this situation. Like, a throw is cool, but it's only 10 damage. It resets a scenario, sure, but it gives the opponent time to, like, figure out the condition that Ramen's going for and play around that. Okay, that didn't work. Good idea to Trump, but Komo just acts. And the thing is, I think Komo does a roll, because last time he rolled, he got thrown. So he's like, okay, if I get thrown for rolling, that's fine. Like, if you're Komo, you don't care at all if you get thrown for rolling at 100-something% versus a max rate sheet. You don't. You care if you get down smash, up smash, or bouncing fished, but not rolling. I mean, not grabbing, I mean. Forward tilt's not gonna kill. Now he has Komo on the ledge and he's got a kill here. Yeah, Nair's not gonna do it. And of course, Komo's gonna roll mid stage when he can, because if he takes damage, it's fine as long as he's not dying. Like now, Fair probably kills him from near ledge. Definitely Fair kills him at ledge this stage. So like there, what Rama should probably try to do is probably should be trying to Fair Sonic and kill him off the side with the Fair at this point. That was a dash attack. Okay, so that's risky, but that's the kind of thing he needs to go for. Especially since, like I said, Komo is probably expecting like a forward tilt or forward air in place. And so he's going to back off and try to punish. Yep, punishes the whiff with forward smash. The triple trump. Okay, Ramen. Okay, that was cute. The triple trump mind games are real. And now Ramen's barely in the lead. That's the thing, like, even though Ramen's trumping and getting 3 back airs off the trumps, Komo doesn't care. Yep. Safe shield pressure, go back to mid stage. Rama has to do the shield pressure again. And you got to do 3 spin dashes in a row. The first one, well, just because Ramen pressed a button, so he had to shield the spin dash. The second one was because they were both mid-stage, Sonic gets a lot of relatively good spin dash pressure mid-stage, especially up close. And then the third one just finally hits because Ramen overextends, trying to punish the second spin dash, which was pretty safe. Back throw. Jump out of the situation. Ramen went for like a bouncing fish that might have killed. Whiff punishes the Nair. Yeah, with all that speed built up on the side B, hard to punish it. He jumps, and that's easy invincibility frames for Sonic to punish with. Yep, giving distance. I mean, Ramen's throwing needles now, but I think Komo's conditioning the needles to get a kill at some point. Like, he's probably going to try like spin dashing over the needle and back airing or something. Or that. He sees Ramen's up close, just spin dashes, Ramen rolls back. Yeah, he's definitely looking for any sort of open. You see he's like waiting right outside needle range. Ramen does the... There he goes, that's it. And you see how when Ramen... right here, you see how he's close, and after the couple needles don't work, instead of being patient and doing nothing, he goes in for a jump there, which it's not gonna hit because Komo has to run forward to get hit by it. But Komo's like, okay, you're gonna do an aggressive attack because you're impatient. Boom. And then here, that was just gonna dash back the dash forward. The dash back punishes potential bouncing fish to the mid stage. And if he goes to ledge, that's whatever. Komo's not going to try to punish that. He'll just take stage control. And then, by Ramen landing on stage with an attack, Komo's able to dash back and punish that after trying to react to any sort of bouncing fishes. And of course, Ramen still get bouncing fish after Komo went forward. But it's like if you're Komo and you don't see a bouncing fish immediately in that situation, you have good reason to expect a landing aerial. So yeah, that is Mr.R versus Komo. I'm not gonna harp too much on what's happening, like what happened, because I talked about a lot. This is a slow set. Now, I want to compare that set to this one, Void versus Komo. Also, to Isaiah SSB, where did I get these videos? Check out Zan's channel on YouTube. His channel name is just Zan. I'll even open up a tab and give you a link to it. He recorded a lot of matches from EVO that were off stream. He's also a homie. Now, for that service, I request 1 billion rupees, please. You can pay me by flying it all to my house. I think it's a fair trade. Okay, so now game 1 FD. Is this button checks? No, this is not. Or is it? I can't tell if this is a button check. Okay, this is not a button check. Okay, so right now, you kind of see Void is... Well, Void's still kind of the same thing of being aggressive. He's being a lot more aggressive than Mr.R directly, and getting punished pretty hard for it. And there... Yep, doing the same nares as Mr.R. Okay, that's how he doesn't attack, he just air dodges, so I realized it was a bad decision. The trumps, the needles... But right here, he's not doing much. He's running around, shielding. He fares a bit more range than Mr.R would, so he can't get punished for it. Okay, so right now, Void's just getting bodied by Komo as well. Maybe Sonic beats Sheik. Dash up shield. Ooh, that's an awkward situation to be in. Okay, Komo overcommits to the forward expansion. It only takes 4 damage for it though, so who cares? Okay. Void dashes out and in so I can get the grab. Up airs, landings. Recognizes spin dash is coming in shields. Doesn't try to punish. Needles. So you notice the Void isn't throwing his main needles. He's still doing the defensive nairs. But he's occasionally dashing with a shield. Not an attack, or anything, just a regular shield to try and block and punish. Up air and air. Okay, there he goes. Punish for the nair. So I'm not sure what the different strategy is, but I can recognize that this strategy is not working. Yeah, it gets punished. Because the thing is, if you run up to Sonic and shield, you're forced in shield. If they don't do what you want to do, you're now stuck there in shield against their pressure. And there we go, his shield got poked. It's like 15 damage. Okay, up throw, up air, yep. It's a lot more damage. Back throw. Ooh. So yeah, one thing I noticed is Void is putting a much more concentrated effort on throwing his attacks out a little bit farther than Mr.R. Like when he whips attacks. Okay, so this is Mr.R spacing. Like these kind of like this hands, like Okay, if he whiffs an attack, he's going to whiff an attack kind of in front of Como, or he's going to whiff an attack around here away from Como. Void is either going to throw the attack out and try to be right on top of Como, or throw the attack out a little bit farther than Mr.R would, like this far from Como instead of this far. So Como can cover this distance with spin dashes and punish easily, but Como cannot punish and cover this distance with spin dashes easily. So even though Void is losing, that's a very subtle but important difference. So Void's not getting punished as much as Mr.R will be. Okay, yep, run up shield. Also, Void's using Void's using a lot more run up shields than Mr.R was. And like I said, it's not the best because it still leaves you in shield in front of Sonic, but it's getting him some mileage. Especially when he mixes up the grabs with it. It's just, this is like one of those strategies I feel like you have to just outread your opponent to make work. And at that point, that's not a good strategy if you have to just flat out outplay your opponent in a matchup that should be evenish. I think that's exactly what he's doing right now. Is he's just super outreading Como at the moment. Wow. Yo, that's that old, like, super gimmicky tech that sometimes very rarely works. But once again, there's one of the situations where, I think if this was Mr.R, Mr.R would have done, like, another jump aerially and get punished, where Void just says, okay, roll back. And, yeah, he's able to block and punish as a result of the rollback. So that was super good on Void's part. But so that's like one of the strategies that I still don't think is reliable. Okay, scheme 2. This is very scary for Void. Okay. Double jump. The double jump landing with no aerial is nice because it's a little bit of lag, but it also avoids the spin dash. That's another thing that Void's doing actually. Is when he lands his land with aerials and using the double jumps right now to make his landing significantly harder to punish. Because if you're double jumping, you have to like either read the double jump or throw out an anti-air aerial. Or like even an anti-air in general, but since spin dash is more of just a grounded spacing like annoying tool, as opposed to specifically an anti-air, it's not going to catch the chic double jumps that well, which you're seeing here. Nice back air. Gone. So, just because he's avoiding the attacks, it doesn't mean he's actually landing damage, and that's a big thing. And you see right here, he's still not getting hits in. I do think the Sheik players shouldn't count Sonic FD. I think Sonic's getting a significant advantage on this stage more than Sheik's are. And yeah. And you can see right here, Komo at this point has the game. He just has to not like lose it. Like taking the first stock in this game is such a big deal. Especially in matchups like this, which aren't like in volatile matchups, taking the first stock honestly isn't that big of a deal. Like any Zero Suit matchup, any Ryu matchup, even Rosa matchups. But against a character like with characters like Sonic and Sheik, that first stock is like game winning. I don't know that just test board. You have to ask Sheik players about that. There's instant roll out of needles, same start. I would assume actually it has the same startup. Because when you're doing an instant roll out of needles, what you're actually doing is you're doing needles, and then you're canceling it with shield. And then you're rolling out of the shield. Okay, Void got shit on this game. Of course, not including the time it takes to actually charge the needles. That would just be extra time in the startup. So I like Smashville. This is going to force Sonic to go to a ledge a lot when he spin dashes and it doesn't hit. Although Sonic has a moving platform, and that moving platform is actually a very frustrating thing to deal with. Because this moving platform is going to essentially let Sonic just land like you see up there, off the ledge, easy. And it basically is going to force Void to read the moving platform landings, or just concede them to Sonic, but he doesn't want to do that. And whenever I look at Sonic's gameplay, I'm always just like, this character's good. This character is hard to figure out an answer to. Okay, Void orcs in there. You want to go for a grab breach. Further bounce fish, yep. Okay, yeah. And you can see that Void is trying a bit more to punish these spin dashes on Smashville since it's smaller. And he's able to challenge it a little better, but he's still losing. Because he tried challenging a lot here and going for very aggressive punishes. And all these aggressive challenges, like throwing out hitboxes to beat spin dash, trying to grab Sonic, spin dash startup, or if he's going to shield, all this stuff is ending up getting Void punished. I talked to Sal about the Sonic matchup. The explanation he gave me is not how you beat Sonic as a character, it's how Bayo beats Sonic. And actually, not. The explanation he gave me is essentially how you beat the average Sonic who does the average Sonic habits and tactics. But if a Sonic player knew what he says about beating Sonic, I think they would beat him easily. And I think the way he describes it only really works for Bayonetta. Okay, Sonic can't pressure the platform too. Like, he can, but he can't, like, get... Actually, no, he has a lot of platform pressure. What am I saying? What am I about to say? You don't want to stay on the platform for Sonic that long. Especially when he starts doing falling up airs, because then it just starts frame trapping your ass, and it's like, oh. Okay, hard read on that. Just a stock. Okay. Yeah, hard read is a dash shield. And Como probably tried doing dash shield expecting like a space and air neutral. Because Void was doing that a little bit before. Okay, that's a really big stock to take. Because now at this point, Void can just play a very safe shield-based game and look for little openings on spin dash. Like you see here, he'll just try to punish it. Boom. It's only 17 damage. Okay, a little more now. But like, that's all he needs. He just needs his little pokes, resets neutral, that's fine. Make Sonic have to go for something like a forward smash or a grab or some spin dash pressure on shield. Make him commit to this option to get the kill and damage. And once you condition him like this, you can start grabbing him. And you see Void has done this a lot. Where Void has done a lot of, he'll dash around, do nothing, make Sonic want to do a dash up shield. Like after conditioning him to stop spin dashing because he gets punished or they're not hitting or whatever. But once he conditions Sonic to do dash up shield, he'll grab that. Or he'll just grab Sonic for shielding in first place, expecting something else. So yeah. Oh, so that was grimy. Right here. The Nair into grab. I mean, Void reacted slow, but that's such a grimy setup. I love it. Let's go grimy setups. Ooh, he got punished for whiffing an attack right in front of Sonic's face. Took almost 30 damage for that. Just like that, the match is even. One thing that's worth noting, I feel like when I'm watching Void versus Como, they're both killing each other at about the same percents. Just because Void's like, not even kill setups, but the way he finds little reads for kills is like really good. And so like when they're even in percents, they're actually even. Even though Sheik is not kill percents and Sonic really isn't yet. Okay. Catches line with dash attack. Okay, I think that was a bad option by Como. But that's one of those things that Mr.R didn't punish once. So Como's probably like, okay, I can do this for Sheik. I'm not going to do anything about it. And boom. And then the air dodge was bad. But you see how Void, like, chose a challenge to up B instead of letting him go back for free and go for ledge traps. Void says, like, if this is Mr.R would hold shield there and either go for a forward to shield punish on an aerial, or let him go to ledge and try to ledge trap him. Void says, hey, I might get hit for this, but I'd rather try and down tilt this, get the kill. And after he down tilts, it's awkward because Como should an air dodge, you should take the up air, it won't kill him. But since you're in a situation where you get caught for down tilt, up being, you're like panicking, you're gonna air dodge, and then you're dead. So yeah, that. I'm not gonna go over all the differences with Void and Mr.R because you can just watch this entire thing, or if you haven't, you know all the differences. But yeah, that is why Void clutches out versus Como, why Mr.R does not. And Void mainly just gives himself less openings and plays the matchup a bit better, I guess. With Mr.R is a little bit too autopilot and gets hit a little bit too often for his little mistakes.